Welcome our MU friends to our latest activity. We talk about English. In this talk, we will have 3 episodes with 4 special guests. The first episode is with Kun Kru Mark, an MU alumni and also a fabulous English tutor that will make English way more easier and way more fun for everyone to learn. Episode 2, we will have 2 special podcasters as well as content creators of community podcasts, Kun Big Bun and Kun Ji. And our last episode, we have a very well-known YouTuber, Kun Pichi, #Stephen Oppa. I know you guys can't wait to meet them, so let's dive in together to see what they have to speak about English learning and global citizenship. The guests we have here with us are the content creators who are as well the podcasters, and I believe many of you will recognize them. So please welcome P Big and P G ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a chill Friday.
Yeah.
It's a chill Friday. Are you guys still at work today?
We are. We're in the recording room and we just did some recording for our podcast and we're mostly done for the day.
Yeah.
And I am looking
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to your new podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I have to say that I feel so honored to have both of you on the talk today, especially when we are going to address the importance of learning English as a part of being a global citizen.
Thank you for having me.
Today, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate you so much. And today I have prepared 3 quick questions for both of you. Are you guys ready for your questions?
Shoot.
Yep.
Shoot. Okay, let me begin with the most basic, but actually is the key question of the talk today. The question is, in your opinion, why learning English is such an important aspect of becoming a global citizen? Well, so you guys can choose who would like to go first. Okay.
I'll go first. Well, for me, being a global citizen means that you have to, not only be aware of where you're in a country, but, you have to be aware of issues worldwide. So you need, like the language barrier. So I'm sorry. So you have to cancel out all the language barriers. So you can know more information about other countries, right? So English is like a worldwide language where, everyone uses it. So yeah, it's like an international language that helps people connect to each other more easily. But I think that it's not just English that is important, but you can open up yourself to other languages too. So like any languages matters.
Yeah, what he said. And I also think that English is fun. It's a tool that you can use to have fun, to make friends. Mm-hmm. And that's super important. And since nowadays, we don't have to actually be physically with each other to be friends or to hang out. Like we are doing right now, we don't have to be next to each other, but we are connected and we are having conversation. And we can do this by using English. And we can do this with practically anybody in the world who would be willing to talk to us, right? So being a global citizen is such a cool concept. It could mean that you are aware, like Nongji said before, what's happening around us. Because it means that you are not necessarily living in your own bubble, but you open up yourself to everything and every country, every culture around the world. And that's fun. And that could improve you so much in terms of your self-development, and you can better yourself in so many ways, and you can make friends with a lot of people. So I think English opens all those doors for you in such a fun way, and it could be very meaningful ways as well.
Okay, so basically English is a good tool for you to connect with each other, and it also opens up doors for you to learn about new cultures and new environments, also to make friends, which is very important, right?
Great summary.
Yeah. Well, both of you have inspired a lot of people to be confident in using English and speaking English. I'm wondering who or what motivated you to learn the language.
Maybe I can go first.
Okay. Well, not directly, but it was my mom because she kind of exposed me to a lot of movies and series and books because she's got like a huge library at home, and she always put me in front of the TV watching classic movies like The Sound of Music, for example, or Jason and the Argonauts and stuff like that. Super classic and all these movies. But it was great fun. And I understand like no words. I did not know what was going on, but I still have fun with the movies. And she kind of sat beside me and just, told me stories about what's going on in the movie. And well, that was the first time that I can actually experience the fun of the art without understanding the words. And I would think to myself, how good could it be if I actually understand what people are saying? And that continued with all the movies and series and TV stuff. So, and comedies, because I'm a big fan of comedy, and I want to know what are people laughing at. Like, what's the joke? Why people are laughing at these jokes? But I don't understand, and I want so much to understand. And also songs, of course, because pop cultures, songs. We listen to songs and music's on the radio, and I want to sing along, but I don't know the words, and I want to know what the song is saying. So yeah, all those drives me to wanting to better my English so I can understand the music and the movies and stuff like that. So it's just a very simple reasons, but it's super like relevant to a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
For me, my story is kind of like typical about the songs. Me and my mom used to drive together to school and sing along in our car ride. Yeah, it's like
fun ride.
Yeah, I love singing with my mom, even though I don't know the words. And we used to joke about like printing all the lyrics out and just read it together so we know like the two lyrics of the song. But if I have to pick one person who inspired me or who really got me into speaking English, is his name is Mr. Matt Bowman. He's my 4th grade English teacher. I can remember so specifically. Well, at the time, I didn't know that I was good in English, but he gave me this certificate of like the best English speaker in like the class. And, it sparked something in me. And I feel like, oh, I can use this to, do something about it because I feel like I'm good at it. And then I just started practicing and learning more English and reading more and, consuming like all the movies, songs, whatever it is. But then it just came naturally for me. So yeah, thanks to him, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to emphasize this, that sometimes you don't know what you're good at. But if there's someone who just comes along and points that out to you, that you know what, you're good at this. You should pursue this.
Yeah.
And that could mean so much. And that could change your life basically. Yeah.
It's like a really good kickstart for me to get into English. And then I saw him like going to different countries, Cambodia or Laos, and he teaches like English throughout like the rural areas and like people who didn't have the opportunities. So yeah, I feel like it's a good way to like give back to the society.
So cool.
Really inspiring.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Well, I think your stories are very relevant to most people, like starting from watching movies and songs, and we want to know what basically we didn't understand, but we wanted to understand. That's why we started learning, and then we now using English to help us and help giving back things to the community. I love that. Okay, next question. So you are content creators as well as podcasters. So what do you do daily for your job, and like how does English involve in your work, or maybe your everyday life, or maybe just the things around you in general?
I mean, we use English together, but like with other co-workers, we usually speak Thai. So I could say that this is the only time that we converse in English, when we're recording a podcast, right?
Right.
But other than that, as a content creator, you have to, go through a lot of contents in like social media and stuff like that, for me only, because every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I open YouTube. I turn on a YouTube video just to listen to something in English, just to not forget about English.
We don't want to lose our
Yeah,
English, so we just
yeah.
have to keep practicing it and
Mhm.
keep using it.
Yeah. So I just try to put English in every aspect of my life. I don't know. When researching, I'm researching in English. Whatever I do, I try to use English in everything.
Yeah. So I think for me, using both languages work better. In terms of the way I think, the way I want to tell my story. If I'm forced to use only one language, I mean I can do that, but it wouldn't be like as much fun. For example, because sometimes you come up with like better word in like the other language, and then sometimes you want to be able to switch like back and forth between both languages because you know the best of both worlds, and you just want to use them like equally without any restriction. Like, okay, you only have to speak Thai or you only have to speak English. But I think that what it means to be a bilingual, so doubly fun to me. And that's the way I choose to do our show in, because we think it's fun and it communicates better for a lot of people, because I believe that there are a lot of people out there just like us which are more comfortable using both languages without any restrictions, like I said. So yeah, that's a part of our podcast format, which as far as I'm concerned, I have never found any program or podcast like exactly like us. They
using two languages.
Yeah, they tend to go like
either way.
Yeah, not both. But why not? And it kind of proves that a lot of people are like us and are more comfortable like listening to bilingual content and using both languages. So yeah, I think it's a great practice too. A lot of people might have issue with being told พูดไทยคำอังกฤษคำ which is very like disapproving, I think. But to me, I think I don't care as long as it gets me to use a language and communicate better with whoever it is. So
yeah, I think it's all about communication, right?
Just
like, because sometimes I don't communicate well in like Thai. I prefer English, to be honest, and he's really good at switching languages. But like
it takes practice though.
But like for most Thai, maybe the reason that they're not communicating well is just because they're not using the right language. Could be.
And I think there are a lot of shows or channels or YouTubers or teachers out there who want to stress English as like academic purpose. So you study English in order to get good grades. You study English and you work hard on English in order to like pursue a higher education, and there's nothing wrong with that. But our role, we are not teachers, we are not educators, but we are just someone who enjoy using both languages. So to us, it's not educational as much as like conversational, if that makes sense. So we just want to see, because Thai people, as Thai people, we study English from sometimes kindergarten or like grade 2, grade 3, and all the way up to like finishing college and university. We always have English classes, but I don't know if we actually use the language outside the classrooms, and that's more important if you want to incorporate English as your communication tool. And yeah, the best way for that is just to use it in
keep practicing.
In everyday like context.
Well, I 100% agree with you. And I think your podcast is very approachable because it contains both languages. Like it doesn't cut out people who only speak Thai and it doesn't cut out people who only speak English, but we and everyone can understand your contents because you have bilingual contents in it. That's very, to me, who have listened to your podcast, I think that is very approachable for everyone.
Thank you. We're glad you like our show.
Yeah, I really like it. I really do.
So
Okay,
nice.
okay, here comes the final question. Well, I'm so sad it's the final question already. But could you guys please give one last message about English learning and practice for all Mahidol students who are watching right now?
You want to go first?
I'm still thinking. Well, what advice should I give for anyone who's trying to speak English? For me, I think that the reason that some people might still be afraid of using English is because like all the stereotypes and the stigmas or like the judgment that they will receive when they're speaking English. But I just feel like just use it. Just go for it and just use it in your everyday life. You don't have to care so much about the comments that are like, why are you speaking English? You're a Thai person, you know? Just go for it. We're just trying to communicate and enjoy a language. And, you know, just look at a language as learning a culture. If you know more languages, you can just learn more about different ways of lives and of people, and you can learn more about different perspectives and, you know, open up your mind. You can improve yourself in that way. So just go for it. I don't have any advice. I'm so bad at this.
But that's good. That's good. That's a great point. But another thing I want to add is that a lot of people who might be afraid of speaking English like out loud to people in general, the reason they don't do that is because they're afraid of making mistakes. But as you might have heard already from my talking, I have made a lot of mistakes during our interview, but I don't care. I just don't care because now I just want to connect with you guys. I just want to talk to you guys. I just want to, you know, be with Nong Ji and have fun, like talking about stuff and giving advice. Maybe we can be useful to people and maybe we can entertain you guys during and that's okay because I don't but I understand that a lot of people might be afraid of making mistakes because we don't want to look stupid in front of people, but it's something you have to go through, and no one in the world can be like embarrass free or like mistake free. There's no such people existing on the earth. So yeah, that I think it's the best advice that I can give, that you know, you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes because that's natural. That's being human. And if you want to, you know, I can understand if you don't want to make mistakes during oral exam because that would cost you points. But making mistakes in real life wouldn't cost you anything. They wouldn't like score you and like deduct points from. There's no such thing. They just have fun with you, and maybe making mistakes make people laugh, and that's always a plus. That's a good thing because a lot of time we connect with a lot of people because we see them as like, oh, they're just like us. They mess up, and it's fun. It's friendlier, more approachable, more accessible. It's more human-like. So making mistakes equals human. Yeah. Is that okay advice?
Yeah. Because, you know,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it means
so
that
basically
learn from them.
Yeah, so basically you guys tell us to be confident, go and make mistakes and learn from them, right? It's very natural for humans to make mistakes.
I think
that's very good.
I can get that, you know, gaining confidence might not be a very easy thing for a lot of people, me included in the past. But yeah, you too, right? But it's okay if you don't feel confidence and you don't have self-confidence enough. That's okay too. You don't have to be super confident today and right this minute, you can just go and, have fun, talk to people. And inside you might be like shaking like crazy and you could be like scared for your life. But as long as you do it, it's okay. You'll get better. And you'll get more familiar with those like feelings of insecurity, but it'll get better if you keep doing it. That's what I'm saying. Because even right now, I feel some sort of insecurities inside, but I kind of learn how to keep it in place, how to like don't let it overwhelm my performance. Yeah, but I still feel like nervous and stuff inside, and that's okay because you're human. You're allowed to feel those feelings, but you just you still have to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Great messages. Well, that is all the 3 questions we have for you guys. And it was a great time talking with both of you. And I'm sure that by listening to you and your messages, our MU students have picked up inspiration to start learning and practicing and speaking English and working towards becoming a good global citizen. So thank you so much, ค่ะคุณพี่จีพี่วิกุลนะคะ for being with us today.
Yeah, I just want to say that you're a great host. I love your.
Thank you so much.
I love your emceeing. Great job.
Oh, thank you so much. And I love you guys too. I'll keep watching your podcast, community podcast.
ขอบคุณมากครับ Please do.
ขอบคุณค่ะ. And for all our MU friends, if you enjoy watching talks and contents like this, please keep tuning in with MU Size for more fun activities during this time. I hope everyone is staying home safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next talk. Have a good one.
Bye.